Hope you guys are doing good. We're just gonna wait for a few more people to join, then we can kind of get started. Hey all, how are you? I hope you guys are doing good. Which magnesium for stress? I would actually use actually L-theanine for stress. Because the magnesium glycinate does make you a little bit sleepy. Hey Jade, how are you? We'll wait till for a few more people get started here. Good, thank you. If you guys have any questions, definitely put them up. How to spell which? L-theanine, L-Theanine. L-theanine. It's a type of amino acid, actually. Hey Jay, how are you? Lisa, marhaba. I'm doing good, thank you. Could I use magnesium glycinate to help with my sleep? Yes, you could, and I would add a little bit of L-theanine as well too. Because what happened is the magnesium glycinate does help you relax, which is just what we want. But the thing is, L-theanine will shut off your brain. So if you have like what is called, let's say, yeah, I don't know how to say this, like a jittery brain or a monkey brain, or you end up whining too many things at night when you're trying to sleep, L-theanine would be the best thing to actually add with your magnesium glycinate. And if you ever wake up in the middle of the night, you can take L-theanine again, about 200 milligrams, will shut off your brain. So this way you're not sitting there trying to sleep and you're not able to. That would be like the best thing to do. I'm trying to make some tea. I don't know what I'm gonna make. A green tea or something else. What dose do you recommend for each? 200 milligrams of L-theanine, and about, if you're taking magnesium glycinate, anywhere between 200 to 400 milligrams would be ideal. This happens to me a lot. Yeah, if you wake up in the middle of the night, best thing to do is automatically take L-theanine right away, as soon as you wake up. What is good for joint pain? The question is, why are you getting joint pain? That's the first thing you gotta ask yourself. You know, I can tell you there's a lot of things you can do for joint pain, but the problem is you have to go after the root cause again. Well, what is the root cause? What is causing the joint pain? Sometimes it's mostly the food. L-theanine is found in matcha green tea, yes. But very small amount of it. Very small amount of it. Duke is barking outside like crazy. Key ingredient for heart disease is the feeling of meaningless in everything a person does. That leads to bad habit choices that cause long-term issue that no doctor can remedy. You know, no matter what, Nathan, I believe no matter how much we tend to follow a good diet or eat healthy or, you know, eating junk food or anything like that, there's always one ingredient that actually goes missing in the body that actually is the start of heart disease. As simple as that. One single ingredient. And if that ingredient is always fulfilled at its maximum level, I believe a person should never have any heart disease or heart issues. Because what starts heart disease is blood pressure fluctuation. And what causes blood pressure fluctuation is lack of magnesium in the body. I used to have bad knees, 18-24 hours fast, and a huge increase in exercise fixed that for me. I work up to 8 hours a day. That's awesome. That's amazing, Nathan. Continue at it. Obviously, it's working for you. What do you do about swollen ankles and feet? And if that's an issue in your kidneys, does that mean you have an issue with your heart? It's mostly could be water retention, and the only reason it could be water retention could be from the kidneys filtration, Eric, not working correctly. So that's one of the main issue. Duke fussing at something. Yeah, he's barking again. It's super dark. I can't see what he's barking at. He's barking at somebody. He was sleeping. He ate. He had a really big meal, and he was relaxed. And now he's outside barking. I'm trying to cut these tea bags. You know, these tea bags are no good. They actually contain like plastic. So I don't usually use them. I actually cut them off and take the teas out, the herb out. You gotta poison you somehow. Are you from Lebanon? I am from Lebanon, Joanne. Maurice, do you have any knowledge or feeling about hydrogen water? I think hydrogen water is bullshit. I used hydrogen water 6 years ago when it was first launched. The price on it was like $5,000-$6,000. Was ridiculous, and I think it still is a waste of money. Easy water. Look into easy water. Make your own easy water. It's very simple. What the hell? Got a small bug came in here. How the hell is the door open? Oh, the door's closed. How the hell did it come in? Steven, cheers. Good idea. What kind of tea? This is the kind of tea I'm having. Oolong. Hopefully it doesn't keep me up. So what is the solution for kidney to reduce? Start taking magnesium and taurine. That would be your first step. So this way you can actually hydrate your cells, and most of the time the issue is fixed right away. Actually, the issue is fixed instantly. If you start taking taurine and magnesium and your kidney did not actually go back to normal, then we actually have to do a little bit more further checkups. And I'd like to check your ACR levels, which is your creatinine to albumin level, and make sure there's no issue with the kidney filtration. But that's fixable. I'm not really worried about that. Usually 99% of the time when you have water retention, sometimes it's medication if you're taking any. If it's not, it's lack of hydration. And what I mean is lack of hydration, not drinking more water. All you gotta do is just add more salt. Himalayan salt, Celtic salt. Make sure you actually have that with your water all the time. That's how you actually hydrate yourself, not just drinking pure, just filtered water. That's gonna actually cause more issues and more harm to the kidneys. Let's make some tea. So this we can talk a bit more here. I know I'm getting a lot of questions, but the whole focus today was mostly gonna be on the main ingredient that actually prevents heart disease. Let's see how many of you guys know about it. Because, it doesn't matter in a specific, any diets you follow, whether you follow a carnivore diet, ketogenic diet, plant-based diet, any of these diets, in every diet there's some type of deficiency occurring, right? And the only way you can tell what are these deficiencies is by getting like a status, a vitamin, mineral, amino acid status, and see exactly what you're missing. But there's something that we lose in our body that we end up getting fluctuation in your systolic and diastolic. And already in TikTok, they've already put the answer there multiple times. And there's more than 80 to 90% of the population are 100% deficient. More than 80 to 90% are deficient in it. And we've seen the deficiency starts at a very young age. anywhere from 20 plus. So even a lot of younger kids, a lot of younger adults are actually being deficient. And it's 100% magnesium, not vitamin D, it's magnesium. So when magnesium is lost in the body and it becomes depleted, the first you're gonna notice is your systolic and diastolic they're gonna go off balance. And once you start to having any type of blood flow interruption, that's when you end up causing a lesion in your heart. So whether you're a kid, whether you're a young adult or an older person, this is your main most important mineral is magnesium. Cheers to that, Pat. And that's the main key that everybody is missing in their diet. And right now I've been getting a lot of questions. I talk quite a bit about heart disease, how we can actually reverse it, how we can reverse calcification, soft plaque, all that stuff. But I've been getting a lot of questions as well. What can we do to save a lot of the younger crowd, a lot of the kids? Eat spinach? No, you can't really eat spinach because you're not gonna get nearly enough of how much magnesium you require. And the downfall with the spinach is very high in oxalates. So that's almost gonna defeat the purpose. So definitely magnesium has to be supplemented in a proper form because what's found in our food and our water is magnesium ionic chloride. Which kind of magnesium is best for the heart? One of the best magnesium to actually have is magnesium ionic chloride. It has the highest level of elemental magnesium, and it's actually 65% of the elemental found in ionic chloride we actually absorb compared to all the other kinds. They're actually more man-made, like magnesium glycinate, citrate, malate, threonate. They're all man-made. All they do is just say take your magnesium elemental and they add like an amino acid to it, for example, another molecule to actually turn it into something else, whether for relaxation, energy, whether for cognition, whether for sleep. All they're doing is taking magnesium elemental and adding something to it. So you want to go to the most natural magnesium, which is magnesium ionic chloride. This was found in our food and it was found in our water. But the problem is, even thought that's the answer that I'm giving you guys, everybody still takes them the wrong way. Magnesium has a very short life. So technically, and it's all based on your intestine, how well it's capable of absorbing magnesium. So the question is, how do we take it? Well, you have to actually take it multiple times throughout the day, not just once. Marianne, you can actually find it on my website, the one I currently take, and I'll show you guys the bottle. The one I take, it is magnesium ionic chloride, but it does have all the other trace minerals added to it as well. Best form for heart is to take magnesium ionic chloride and take taurine with it, because taurine will actually preserve all the electrolytes for your heart. Yeah, the magnesium IV drips is good. Usually they do either magnesium sulfate or magnesium chloride with the IV drip. And that would be the best way and the fastest way to actually saturate your cells correctly. Because you need to saturate your cells with magnesium. And the way you can saturate your cells, you have to take magnesium every 4 hours. If you end up having a soft stool effect, that means your body's not absorbing a whole lot of it. So you actually have to change it from 4 hours to every 5 hours. And usually that's how the process is done. And or if you're still having issues, then we have to add vitamin B6, or we have to add some bicarbonate, such as baking soda, to actually absorb as much magnesium as we get at the cellular level. Tired and sleepy, it's your mitochondria. Check your mitochondria. Your mitochondria plays a huge role in this. Whenever you're tired and feeling sleepy all the time. Obviously lack of blood flow, lack of oxygen, but your mitochondria could be actually deficient. What is the backbone of your mitochondria? You have creatine and you have D-ribose. What if I already have diarrhea issue from lymphatic colitis and no gallbladder? Then you have to actually reduce the amount, probably 50 to 100 milligrams of magnesium. You don't want to take too much. How much baking soda? 1/4 teaspoon. About an hour to 2 hours after a meal. You can have it up to twice a day. Some athletes take baking soda before workout. What's your opinion on this? I take it. Actually works good, especially for lactic acid, and does give you slight energy as well too. Strength. I take it, and I take creatine with it, and I take taurine sometimes with it as well too. Maybe I'll do a video on the baking soda with different dosing and different mixes for every different category if you guys want. I can go a little bit more in specific. What do I say to the doctor? Which blood test should I do for a sleepy feeling? Send me a message. I'll send you a list of certain blood biomarkers you can actually get tested for. What can I do to reduce inflammation in the body as current and Hashi flare? Inflammation depends where the inflammation is coming from. Where do you think the inflammation is starting or coming from? Despite diet, exercise, why the hypertension? Is it due to artery buildup? Despite diet, exercise, why the hypertension? Is it due to artery buildup? The hypertension is what causes artery buildup. Hypertension is the main cause of heart attacks, is the main cause of heart disease. The question is, how come you have hypertension? Put diet and exercise on the side. It's because your body is deficient in certain mineralization. Hey Duke, enough please. He's barking at somebody and it's pretty dark. Probably some coyotes. I haven't seen any coyotes today. Can I send you a message on TikTok or Instagram? TikTok would be best. But yeah, that's the main cause of artery buildup or heart disease, if you want to call it, or arterial damage, lesion, soft plaque, all that stuff, because your blood flow is fluctuating. The question is, why is your blood flow fluctuating? What causes that? So most of the time it's due to the diet and due to a loss of magnesium in the body. Any cures for gout? Yeah, eliminate fructose as much as possible, reduce it, because that's actually what aggravates gout. How about bloating? What's the best for that? Food combining and some digestive enzymes works really good. Is acidophilus and Nero okay to use together? They're two different things. Nero is for something else, and acidophilus is a bacteria for your gut. Why do you want to take them at the same time? Acidophilus should be actually taken 2 hours after your last meal. Nerokinase should be with your meal. What is your TikTok? It should be called Elimination Diet. How much methylfolate do you recommend? Well, whether your homocysteine is elevated or not. Then we can actually talk about methylfolate. You can go as high as 2,500 micrograms of methylfolate. Let's go see what he's barking at. I just gotta grab the flashlight. It's pretty dark, actually. Hey, Duke. Where are you? Duke! Stop barking, please. It's really dark. Let's go back in. Can't see the screen. Losing signal. Just gonna make sure nobody's here. Could be a wolf, maybe. Maybe. Yesterday, when was it? Yesterday? I think yesterday we had two coyotes about 2 o'clock in the morning. He went nuts. How much methylfolate? Oh, okay. Anything for back pain? Feels muscular. Back pain. Explain any idea about hand and fingers numbness cause. Well, it depends on your diet, whether you actually are pre-diabetic or not. Sometimes that could happen. Neuropathy or anything like that, but most of the time you can actually get a fix with acetyl L-carnitine. Magnesium glycinate is man-made, Ashia, and magnesium glycinate technically for relaxation, but it's not never gonna help you saturate your cells correctly with proper magnesium elemental, because probably has very, very small of elemental, probably about 40 milligrams or 30 milligrams, and being magnesium glycinate, you're only gonna absorb roughly about 30% of it. My close sight going, what can I use to improve it? You can use taurine. When taurine is deficient, keep in mind, taurine is heavily found in the eyes and the heart and the brain. Anytime you have issues with any of the three, we always look at taurine as your number one supplement first. TSH is irrelevant, Victoria. What you have to do is check your T4 and T3. Make sure your T4 is converting to T3 correctly. Any recommendation for tennis elbow? Not for supplementation, other than a workout with your wrist and small weight. Pretty much, I think it's called reverse, because I've had it before. I was doing actually reverse wrist. I don't have the unit here. I would show it to you. Let me see if I have it in the tiny house. Give me a sec. I'll tell you what I got. I've had it for like almost 2 years because I had tennis elbow. Yeah. I had tennis elbow and it was actually, then I injured it again and it was super painful. So I bought this unit here. This light hurts my eyes, sorry, it's so bright white. So this is what I end up getting. And pretty much you put your hand through it and you just flex it. It is good for your arm, for forearms, but it is good for the tennis elbow actually. It gets rid of the pain. Duke is good, he's just having too much fun barking. Can heart patients take TMG? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. What is the best way to get rid of artery buildup after I have lowered my blood pressure? Before you actually lower your artery, because you have to figure out whether it's actually calcification issue or soft plaque. And I did do numerous videos on soft plaque and calcification and how you can actually reduce calcification with a specific supplementation. Early signs of glaucoma, take some taurine again, and astaxanthin, you have to reach up to 20 milligrams daily. Hey friend, we fry food frequently and use canola oil, which I just watched a documentary about it, disgusting. Can you recommend a good healthy alternative? Yeah, beef tallow, lard, duck fat, suet, all animal fats. That's what you want to cook with. Ghee. If you guys are not really like any animal fat, then you can use coconut oil. You can use MCT. There's so many different options. Canola is the worst thing we can ever put in our bodies, and it's funny because it's Canadian made, and it's bullshit how many people have actually been using it and how many people have been getting sick of it. Originally, canola oil was supposed to be meant for vehicles, and they actually played with the molecular level to actually make it for human consumption. And it's been heavily advertised, which is insane. What do you call that device? I have no clue what to call it, Al, but I can show it to you. If you want to take a picture of it, I was searching for tennis elbow exercises, and this came up on Amazon, and I ended up buying it. I have no clue what it's called. I've had it for more than 2 years. But it's pretty tough actually, and all you gotta do is just put your hand through like this. It's pretty tough actually, and you just do it. So this is good for your forearms, but as well it did help my tennis elbow quite a bit. I was doing it every day for about 5 minutes, and it actually works really good. Are the artery calcification videos on YouTube or TikTok? Are on YouTube. On YouTube, well, watch them. And I do mention the supplementation and how to use them. How many drops of trace in 8 ounces of water? I use 40 drops. Can't see what you're doing. Oh, this thing here for your tennis elbow I was using. So it's just, you put it in and you just do your arm. I'm just trying to show the guys in the other video. I wish I gotta back up almost for you guys to see it. But this thing here is good for your tennis elbow. Where's the tennis elbow? I think it's on the inside or the outside. I can't remember now. I had both of them pain. It's 40 drops per 1 cup. Which one do you have? Do you have this one? I'm talking about this one here. The trace minerals, and does have the Aussie trace minerals, Mario. So this one here, I take 40 drops per 1 cup of water every 40 hours. Aisha, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, definitely keep me updated. Let me know. Duke is going crazy outside. I have to get him inside. I have symptoms of low magnesium. However, my blood work flagged it as high. Could it be that I'm not utilizing it properly as it builds up? No. See, this is the biggest mistake. You know, when I talk about magnesium saturation, every time you go to the hospital or every time you go to the doctor, anytime I want to check my magnesium, they only check magnesium serum. And magnesium serum contains 1% of your total body magnesium. What you have to check for is RBC magnesium, red blood cells magnesium, which holds 99% of your total magnesium. That's the one we need to test, not serum. So every time you ask the doctor, I want to check my magnesium, make sure you put a request RBC magnesium and not serum. And we're looking for 6 milligrams per deciliter or higher. Anytime you're below 6 milligrams per deciliter or higher, you're pretty much, or lower, I mean, you're pretty much are deficient. Magnesium taurate, the same as taking magnesium and taurine, 100% yes. 100% yes. Can you use EDTA sublingually? Yes, you could, and I use it. And I'm gonna do another cycle again of 1200 milligrams of EDTA. Do you have an active practice? I do, not a walk-in. Everything I do is remote and on video conference. RBC magnesium is available in Canada. Yes, I've done it. Sometimes depends on the lab. Sometimes they have to ship it to the US. So make sure you're doing it between Monday and Wednesday if they have to ship it. If not, it is you can actually get it checked. Unfortunately, here in Canada, we have to pay for it. It varies. It varies anywhere from $50 to about $150 for the test. It clears plaque on my gum line. It does, yes, because I actually circulation therapy. RBC magnesium test, yes, it is. Okay, I have to go check. Duke is going crazy outside. Duke! Enough, bud. It's probably people are sleeping. Awesome, you're knowledgeable, thank you. Which taurine you use? I use a powder taurine that I currently have. He can smell the coyotes a mile away, trust me. My little dog smells a cat through the closed door. Oh, I know he does. He goes insane. And then usually in the middle of the night when I actually keep him in, now I'm closing the door. Because last time he went through the screen door and he actually ripped it open to actually go after the coyotes. So this time I'm actually closing the door fully so he doesn't go outside at night and wakes me up. What supplements do you recommend for neuropathy? Acetyl L-carnitine. That one will actually fix the neuropathy instantly, actually. Hi, good night from Trinidad. Hey, have a nice evening. Quercetin and NAC, they both work really good as an antioxidant. And as well, they both work really well for mucus buildup, if you're worried about that as well. I'm gonna get the bed ready so when Duke comes in, he can sleep on the bed when he's done barking. What supplements do you recommend? We've talked about that. Can I take 400 milligrams of L-theanine? L-theanine for sleep anxiety? Oh, 100% you could. Yes. Yeah, you could. I just took some right now with my tea. I get it in bulk. I'm just testing it right now to see if the quality is good or not. I kind of don't like it much in bulk. Oh, he's knocking on the door. He knows. He knows he wants to come in. Let's open the door for him. Go. Go, 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 go. Why are you jumping on me? Getting too excited. Did you catch anything? Drink some water. Oh yeah, he's gonna jump on the bed. Are you gonna jump on the bed and take a nap or what? That's it, you're not going outside anymore. Most of you guys know Duke. Let's see him? Okay. Give me a second, guys. Okay, let me flip the camera so you guys can see Mr. Duke. Duke! How do you flip the camera? Oh yeah, there we go. Duke, where are you? There's Duke. He's a happy German Shepherd. Come here. Jump in the bed. Place. Puts. Good boy. Listen. Everybody wants to say hi to you. Are you being good? Who are you barking at outside? Eh? What? That's it? That was a quick visit? That was a quick visit. You're gonna go? You're not going outside anymore. That's it. You came to get water and going back outside to play? Nope. That's not gonna happen. Nobody, come here. Yeah, he can't go outside anymore. That's it. Because we have neighbors down a couple acres down, and he has kids, two young kids. Beautiful dog, thank you. He's a handful. I have to train him every day for about 2 to 3 hours. Seriously, if I don't do that, he goes nuts. Especially when it rains, it's very, very tough because we go outside, we tend to kind of get wet and just it becomes a mess. Could you repeat what to take for neuropathy? Acetyl L-carnitine. Let me show it to you. I use it for mitochondria support, but this is it here. If you can see it, acetyl L-carnitine. I gotta reverse it actually. I got it as liposomal because liposomal is much more effective than powder. Duke, you're not going outside. That's it. Can't see it? Okay, here, let me put it back for you. This is the one I get. I have it on my website. It's by the company Live On Labs. That's where I get my acetyl L-carnitine. The only reason I take it in a liposomal, it's much higher absorbable than taking powder. In powder form, you gotta take about 6,000 milligrams. In liposomal, all you need is 1,000 milligrams. Go on Live On Labs. I'm not affiliate with them. I just like their products, and I do take their glutathione as well too. I take about 4 of these a day because I'm doing like a liver detoxification right now, especially when I'm doing 24-hour fasting. Is the link for your website here on YouTube or TikTok? It is on both the YouTube and TikTok. I know on YouTube it's been very confusing because technically you have to go to my main page, and when you go to my main page, there should be the link there, but some people are having a hard time finding it. But it should be there. How many milligrams? 1,000. 1,000 milligrams of liposomal or 5,000 milligrams of powder. Just started happening. I've been on statin for a year for LDL. Do you think neuropathy is a side effect? It is a side effect, yes. It is a side effect of statins. I don't know why you're taking statins, and I don't know why you're trying to lower your LDL. LDL is irrelevant, and if you're worried about cholesterol or you're worried about heart disease. Duke! Enough! He's trying to jump. He's gonna hit his head. So yeah, that's why neuropathy happens, and the next step you're gonna end up having is probably losing vision. Then the third step, you're gonna end up having cognitive issues, then your liver enzymes are going to actually go up and you're probably going to become pre-diabetic. All these symptoms are due to statins. So if you want to actually fix that issue, you gotta take anywhere between 10 to 20,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 400 milligrams of ubiquinol to actually fix it. And this is gonna end up costing a lot of money. My wife, the link to your website here on YouTube or TikTok. My wife has a memory problem. Is it normal for her age, 82? Is magnesium good? I would do magnesium, and I would do this as well too, especially for a lot of older individuals. Get her this. So MCT8. This is organic and it's pure C8. Don't get C8 and C10 and C11. You need pure C8. This is really good for the cognition, for the memory, to actually allow the brain to function correctly, and this is going to actually help quite a bit. I have it on my website as well too. I like this company brand because I've checked their certificate of analysis, their third-party testing, and it's pretty amazing. And they're the only one who's actually being known as a C8 being organic. So this is the one you need, Scott. Do you offer doctor appointments online for use patients? I do, yes. I do do a lot of appointments daily, actually. Cheers. Thank you for the gift. What's your resting heart rate, Maurice? It was the topic of the day between my friends. Resting heart rate is roughly about 48, 50. Sometimes about 50, 51, 52 maximum. But yeah, it's usually pretty low. I don't do much exercise or any running at all. It's mostly just mostly the diet. Nice hair. I haven't brushed it. Thank you. It's nighttime. It's okay. What's your opinion on root canals? I think we should stay away from them. Statins can quickly lower ApoB, which is the cause of heart disease. Incorrect. I'm taking creatine and drinking protein shake. Should I add lysine to maintain and build muscle? No, the only thing I would add is leucine, not lysine, to increase protein synthesis. Opinion on HMB. I think HMB is not bad if you actually take it consistent, and you're gonna take about 3 grams daily. It works for some individuals it doesn't. Sometimes some people think of it as being a waste of money. I tried it, didn't really feel anything from it. My vitamin D is 33. Is it okay or need supplementation? You need to supplement. I think you have to be in the upper. You have to check the configuration. I think in Canada, we have to be in the upper 60s. I like it to be in the upper 80. I don't know if you have the same. Yes, the company name is Live On. Live On. I don't know if you can see it. Live On Labs. Why is LDL irrelevant? Which markers should we be concerned with? Send me a message. I'll send you all the biomarkers you need to actually check for heart disease. Total cholesterol is pretty much irrelevant to check it. Yeah, even your LDL is irrelevant. Do you guys even know what LDL and HDL and all that stuff stands for? Or we just listen to the doctor and say, hey, you know, the doctor comes up to you and tells you your cholesterol are too high, let's lower them. Well, without doing further digging, why should we even lower them? If you're gonna lower them, you're gonna end up causing more issues to your body, and you're gonna actually have a higher chance of getting cancer as well too. It's not about lowering your LDL. I took meldronium for extra energy because I'm always tired and was getting neurological issues from caffeine. The meldronium give me crazy heart palpitations because it does actually eliminate and actually detoxifies your magnesium, and it throws off your calcium magnesium balance. Thank you, Yero. Yo, hey, Palestine, how are you? Awesome, thank you. Message sent. Sounds good. What are your main tips for reversing POTS? It's all in the food you eat. What can I take to keep me awake in early afternoon when I work? Caffeine? Coffee? I drink coffee in the afternoon. Don't worry about sleep. You're gonna sleep no matter what. Seriously. Al. Like early afternoon, I would have a cup of coffee. Today, my latest was about 3 o'clock. I'm still in bed by 9:30, 10. Tips for neuropathy. Acetyl L-carnitine. What's your ethnic background, nationality? Lebanese, Armenian. Yes, Lebanese. Hey, I want to take the mushroom, but I am afraid of hallucination. So what? Enjoy it. There's no chemicals about it that's gonna throw things out of balance. What is your opinion on fish oil? I would only consider using fish oil if you're able to get your hands on good cod liver oil because it does not actually oxidizes. If not, then only buy DHA, not your EPA. Best eye supplement for diabetics. Eye supplement would be taurine and astaxanthin. Best herb for sore throat. Eat 4 apples in an hour. Your sore throat will be fixed. I want to eat McDonald's hamburger. How can I stay healthy? Remove the buns and make sure the meat is 100% beef, not 80% beef and 80% and 20% fillers. Best herb. What? Thank you, sir. Cheers. What is your opinion on fish oil? Best eye supplement. I'm getting a lot of questions and I'm trying to answer all of them for you guys. I gotta make some more tea now. Oops. Almost broke my camera. Shoot. Duke is suddenly calm. He's out. That was quick. I know he usually gets tired around 8 p.m. and he gets frustrated. He wants to sleep outside because it's a little bit hot in here. But I can't keep him outside. Seriously, he won't. He'll be barking all night. I won't be able to sleep. I did the mistake once. Let him stay outside. And I had to go after him almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Go around in circles trying to catch him. It was insane. All he was doing is catching mice and frogs. You like McDonald's hamburger, Maurice? No, I haven't. I haven't had McDonald's hamburger for probably 16, 17 years. So yeah, guys, I don't eat any fast food anymore. It's been roughly about probably a good 12 years, 13 years since I've had any fast food, to be honest with you guys. That was prior to my issue with the heart disease and stuff. And since then, haven't touched any of that stuff. Do you eat fruits? Only if I can actually grow my own. So this year I had 1 cup of berries. I get huckleberries and blueberries wild. And right now I have an apple tree. It only gave me 4 apples this year. So I'm only going to have 4 apples. So this is the only fruits I'm going to actually eat. Now, when I go to the city in September, because we're gonna get heavy snow here and I can't stay here because I don't have everything done for my off-grid location. So when I go back to the city, the only frozen fruit I get is organic pomegranate. That's it. That's the only ones that sometimes I tend to eat. Where should I send you the message for list of biomarkers tests for heart disease? If you can actually put a comment on this video, I can respond back with that information if you like. And once you get the test, yeah, we can do like an online, we can do a consultation and go over it. Are you coming to Calgary? I am coming to Calgary and probably in December. Do you eat sushi? I don't. The last time I had sushi probably was more than 10 years ago, is because keep in mind, a lot of the sushi places, they all use farmed seafood. They don't use like a wild seafood at all. What multivitamins do you recommend? None. I don't recommend the multivitamin. There is no such multivitamin that fits everybody's pocket. Also, I would like that information, please. I did send you a message. One time I took some of the strong Afghan thing. I was almost dying. Take a little bit. Don't take too much. Carnitine gives me a runny stool. Does it go away? It depends. Are you taking it with food or without food? Hi, Maurice. Here is a question. There is a debate about the perfect diet. It boils down to one camp claiming the best human diet is whatever a human being can access to eat versus the veganism claim. Also, you never talk about vitamin C. This is a good question. I think any diet is perfect, to be honest with you. I don't judge people what they want to eat, whether you're going to be carnivore, keto, veganism, vegetarian, whatever you want. If that actually completes your eye and your mind, go for it. But keep in mind, in every diet right now, there's deficiencies. As long as that person is capable of fulfilling the deficiencies, enjoy it. And the only reason I don't talk about vitamin C much, because in a carnivore diet, you don't need much vitamin C. You need very small amount. And I do get it from eating raw meat or raw beef. I get a very small amount of vitamin C. So I'm not really worried about vitamin C a whole lot at all. What can you eat, drink for energy? It's all about mitochondria and activating your NAD+. I haven't received it yet. I should take said IV order. I haven't received it yet. Not sure what you mean. Kibbe neye. There you go. You read my mind. So being an original from the Middle East country, from Lebanon, it's always been a tradition since we were young. We've always consumed raw meat. So it's not something that is something new to me at all. I can remember as far as going almost being 5 years old, and my parents would always feed us, raw meat. And our main tradition as delicacy was always been liver and suet in the morning, and that's raw. So I'm kind of used to that kind of concept. It's not something new to me. Hey Marie, how are you? I'm suffering from frozen shoulder. Is there anything to cure it? I end up using magnesium chloride as a cream and massage it every day. Said I've ordered my TMG. I've ordered my TMG from iHerb. Thanks for the recommendation. Sounds good, Dave. Let me know when you get it and once you start, so we can actually control your homocysteine probably. In Poland, we had the same raw beef. Perfect. Yeah, it's really good, and I think I like it. Like, I've had some raw meat today. My second meal was raw meat. I had 1 pound of raw meat. I put some Himalayan salt on it, some dried oregano wild, and some MCT oil, because I like the MCT oil. That's all I had for dinner today. Usually I would have like 4 or 5 eggs. I didn't have any eggs today. I'll probably have some tomorrow. If you want to build muscle, is it safe to take creatine? Creatine is probably one of the most studied product out there, and it's 100% safe. What are your thoughts on amla or Indian gooseberry or superfood antioxidants? Yeah, by all means, it's very similar to huckleberries. I loved it too, but everyone around me tells me I'm gonna get sick. No, you won't get sick. If anything, it's gonna actually enhance your gut bacteria. So stopped statin for 3 weeks now, trying to reverse the peripheral neuropathy. Well, before you stop your statins, now your statin is keeping your cholesterol low. When you stop your statin, your cholesterol is gonna go back up. The question is, why is your cholesterol going back up, and is the cholesterol being oxidized? So before you just jump and say I'm gonna drop my statins to fix my neuropathy, you just gotta make sure your cholesterol is not being oxidized. The problem is, doctors, they never really test above and beyond. They just go after one thing. So before you get off of it and cause a major side effect to your body, you need to actually check on these things. Organic chlorella spirulina. Okay. Probably chlorophyll would be good, not spirulina. What are your thoughts? Hello, boss. Abdullah. Hey, Abdullah, how are you? What are your thoughts on yogurt? Raw, unpasteurized, should be fine. I usually make kefir myself in the winter. Cavedix. What about Cavedix? What is good for diabetes? Your diet. Hi, what is good for diabetes? Your diet. You suggest I get back on it and test correctly? 100%. I would, it's not whether you go back on it. I would actually use a small amount, but do further testing to make sure you're not getting any oxidized cholesterol. If there's no oxidization, then there's no need to take statins. And the way you can check that, there's very, very different biomarkers you can definitely check. Duke, you're not going outside. Stop ripping the door, please. Have you checked health function? They test for so much stuff. I want to know if it's worth it. $4.99. Send me the information, Ziggy. I can actually review it very fast tomorrow, and I can actually see what they test. I'm on a very, very low dose. Organic cacao. Nothing's wrong with that. What do you think about bismuth substrate? I have to look into that. Look at this. Look at the name. Oxidization for cholesterol. Look at the name. Diabetes. Diet without a doubt. Yeah. It's all on the diet. Diabetes is all on the diet. It's pretty much is exactly what you consume. You can fix it yourself. You don't need supplements. You don't need medications. You don't need anything. You can fix diabetes on your own. And the way you can do it is just learn what you're eating. Educate yourself on the food you're consuming. Not everything that you were told is healthy is necessarily healthy for you. Don't listen to influencers and other people say, oh, it's fine to eat this or it's fine to eat that. Whatever is healthy for them might be poison for you. And of course, there's always the possibility of having certain mineralization that you are deficient in, and that's why you became diabetic in the first place. Sometimes it's the overconsumption, because what leads us to overconsumption is because your pancreas are not functioning correctly. Duke, stop. What's good breakfast that doesn't spike sugar levels? Zero. There shouldn't be any breakfast. Why do you want to break your breakfast in the morning, early morning? How about your breakfast should be like at noon, for example? Instead of waking up in the morning and have something easily accessed in the fridge. We never had that opportunity before, back in the day. What could be the reason for vitamin D deficiency if you spend so much time outside? It's probably not getting methylated correctly in your body. I think Duke wants to go outside. You want to go outside? No, you're not going outside. I know what you're going to do outside. You're going to bark. He loves barking at night. How much vitamin D? 1000 IU per 25 pound of body weight. I used to eat 2 p.m. and I get told I was going to make myself sick for fasting. Why? Why would you make yourself sick for fasting? As long as you're eating, proper food. My first meal is usually 1 or 2 p.m. and my last meal is usually about 6 p.m. And so I fast every day, and once a week I do a 24 to 72 hour fasting. So there's nothing wrong with that. It depends what you're going to use fasting for, whether you're looking to lose weight or you're looking for longevity. Any results from Cavadex yet? It hasn't been long enough yet. It's only been about a month and a half so far. So we're doing a full result at 90 days. 90 days, and we can do the full CCTA scores and actually do a comparison, and we'll actually publish it as well too. What can I do for my pancreas to work properly? I eat healthy and portions and my blood sugar is high. You probably already overstimulated your pancreas so much over the years, so you probably want to go on digestive enzymes for a while. I have been on only meat, and is that why my homocysteine is up? Because of the protein? Is also loss of boiled eggs. Homocysteine, the only reason it goes up because your body is not methylating it correctly. So you could have the MTHFR gene mutation, which is known. As long as you keep your homocysteine between 7 and 9, you should be fine. If you're not able to, then you might have to add a supplement, such as methylfolate or methylcobalamin. Jeanette, not yet. No new ebooks. I'm working on some. Right now, I'm just been busy with unfortunately, been busy with the house, trying to finish. The only thing that I have left is the wood stove. And I'm waiting for some parts. So that's why I haven't been sitting and focusing and doing some new ebooks. I know a lot of the ebooks that I've wrote that are They haven't been updated. It's just I've been running behind. I think as soon as I finish the wood stove and I get some heat and my water's working, I'll be a little bit at ease. My mind would be a lot more relaxed so I can sit and focus. What can you recommend after gallbladder removal? Take digestive enzymes that has bile acid in them. Is bradycardia magnesium deficiency also? It is, yes. It is in my ebook as well. Can you do carnivore only on eggs? Yeah, you could. You might become deficient in certain vitamins and minerals because eggs are a good source only if you can actually get them pasture raised and or free range. If not, then you're gonna actually become deficient in certain essential fatty acids. Hey Jay, I'm doing all right so far. No. Why do I get headaches from B complex? I don't know. I'll have to check. Maybe something with the ingredients. Hey Zico, how are you? Duke, come here. Maurice, do you think about the billionaire in LA who claims he can reverse aging and limits his time of eating and takes hundreds of supplements? I see him. I see all his videos all the time. I think there's something going on with him. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna like imagine living like that by doing so many supplementation and a bunch of other things to increase your longevity? You know, you could be hit by a vehicle and you're already gone somehow. But I don't know. I think he's overspending too much. What is he? He's spending like a million a year. God bless you. Good to be here and listening to you. Cheers. Duke, come here. Come here. Come. Duke is not listening. He wants to go outside. Cyanocobalamin can give you headaches from the cyanide bit in there. Yeah, Free Palestine. Yeah, check, see if it's on there. Cyanocobalamin. Let's let Duke out. Duke, if you end up barking, I'm gonna bring you back in here. Go. Go play. Let's see if he's gonna bark or not. Best way to hydrate, magnesium with trace minerals, or you can take some Celtic sea salt. That's the only way you can hydrate. It's methylated. It's a methylated B vitamin. Just make sure it's not cyanocobalamin as Jade was mentioning, because that could be possibly causing the heart that headache. Please can you please answer my question about bioidentical hormone for premenopausal? Your message just came up now. Maybe it was blocked earlier. I'm not sure, but I'll have to look into the ingredients to see what's in it and how it's actually performed before I give you an answer. So maybe you can send me that message directly and I can look into it and I can give you a proper response. I just don't want to guess. Do you full-heatedly believe in Cavadix? Tell more about it. So Cavadix technically is supposed to go inside the arterial system and remove the oxidized lipids that actually got stuck in the first place trying to actually heal your artery. So your calcified artery does contain of oxidized lipids, thus contains calcium phosphate as hydroxyapatite, thus contain protein and debris in dead cells, and thus contain water. You can remove the other three, but the thing is, if you remove the other three, it's just gonna keep accumulating. Removing your oxidized lipids, that's what's most important. But let's assume you do remove the you do remove the full calcification. It will come back if you're not changing your diet and fixing the root cause. Because the root cause is gonna end up causing another lesion, and the process is just gonna keep happening over and over and over again. So before you actually go on the Cavadix and go on EDTA or vitamin K2 or neurokinase, for example, you actually have to look at the root cause and make sure all your inflammatory factors are all working 100% correctly. Ziggy, have a good night. 95% blockage in one, 100% blockage in other. They won't do anything. What supplement, please? Connect with me right away so we can actually talk about it, and I can give you a first protocol to follow with Cavadix and other supplementation. But Cavadix would be your main product in the starting phase. I started to use magnesium citrate. To my surprise, it got rid of insomnia. It does, yeah. Please explain. Explain what? Nothing to do with citrate. It's the magnesium elemental. Insomnia is one of the main issue that people struggle with. Apo little and little b, what do you think about those? So whenever you're testing your ApoB, you always have to test your ApoA1, and you actually have to do a calculation. You take ApoB, you divide it by ApoA1, and we're looking for a ratio below 0.77. Now, if we're looking at your LP small a, there is a genetic, but the only reason it would actually cause an issue only if it's in the upper higher than 30, and only if your other biomarkers are actually highly inflamed as well, or pretty much are imbalanced, then you would worry. But your ApoB, your ApoA1 is a ratio of 0.77 or less. Never look at ApoB on its own. Why are my eyes always red when I'm really hungry? I have no clue. That looks like more of a blood flow issue, or probably a lack of certain mineralization. Oh yeah, he's howling outside. That's what he wants to do. He wants to howl. It's funny, he used to howl only when there's like a fire truck or an ambulance going by. Now he's doing it regularly. Just in general, what is your thoughts regarding bio? I think I just answered that. If you can send me a message, I'll look into it for you. Do you take supplements when you are fasting? I do, yes. Not all of them, specific ones only to actually aid in the fasting process. Especially, I take a lot of glutathione in the process. My husband has triple, he cannot stop smoking. Feed him more saturated fats, he'll stop smoking. Howling at the moon, lol, probably. He started howling for the past 3 days. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, he never used to do that. Is a CRP marker important? Yes, it is important. It is one of the inflammatory issue. What do you think about olive oil, butter, etc.? Any of the animal fats, I have no problem with. Anything that is non-animal fats, I have a problem with the way it is processed. If you're gonna buy olive oil, make sure you're buying the olive oil organic, cold press, so on, but it has to be coming from a local area. So if you live in California, make sure it is coming from, let's say, from California. But if you live in California and you're actually ordering olive oil from Spain, imagine by the time it arrives, it's gone through a container, a 20-foot container that actually has to go through sea. And you have the heat, you have the moisture, you have the air, all that stuff will actually affect the quality of the olive oil. So by the time you get it, you're gonna be easily 20% oxidized from the polyunsaturated fats in it. How often do you recommend fasting? If you're gonna be doing a 72-hour fasting once a week, would be enough. If not, if you're gonna do 24 hours, 24 hours could be done once or twice a week. The rest, 18-hour fasting is mostly for weight loss more than anything for longevity. I should start growing my olive orchard in Chicago then. Well, if you could find anything locally, like it could be shipped, let's say within a 5-day time, because here I'm in Canada right now, and I used to order all my olive oil from California, and I would get it within about 4 days maximum. Now since COVID-19 and since the freaking customs, now it takes 3 weeks, so I cannot really order any because I know by the time I get it, it's already gonna be oxidized. So I haven't had. I stopped drinking olive oil since COVID, just because of the customs has changed. But if you can get it within about 3 days max, then go for it. But not from overseas. What to use to suppress appetite? Eat more saturated fats. Hi Maurice, do you separate your dietary fats and carbs during your 2 meal a day? I don't eat carbs at night. I don't eat carbs at all. The only time I eat carbs is once a week. If I'm gonna have carbs later on, let's just say, assume for something I actually grown, like say cucumbers and stuff, yes, it would be separated. But not a whole lot, by 15 minutes, 20 minutes separation. But I'm not really worried about the coagulation effect because I don't consume in a large amount. It could be like a one piece at max. Nothing more, nothing less. Do you crave anything? Not really. Not really. I eat too much carbs, love pasta. Cheers to that. The problem is because I do what's called a carb load once a week. I look forward to it. Like I'm looking forward to this Saturday to have my carb load, and I always gonna plan. Okay, what am I gonna have for carb load? Am I gonna make my own ice cream? I'm gonna have like rice pudding. Am I gonna maybe make my own pizza, for example? This is the type of. These are the things that will actually keep me busy and never really have a craving until that day comes. And when that day comes, I'm like, okay, I didn't prep anything. Let's just have some white rice. And that's all I do, guys. What oil do you use? I use MCT oil. That's it. It's the same stuff that I drink with my coffee. I use. So this is what I use for cooking and for my coffee. What kind of white rice? Jasmine. You're amazing. Love listening to your answers. Question. It's like a brain massage. Cheers, Jade. Okay, hear me out. Liposuction in the Timbias good. Oops. Good for the heart so it doesn't give to work so hard. Huh? Thyroid stopped functioning and I had no energy to move now. Synthroid thoughts. Is carb loading necessary? It is. It depends on the diet you're on. For me, it is. I will be ordering that MCT. Yeah, let me know when you get it, Marie. It's very powerful, very strong. What's your thoughts on calcium scoring? My combined is 1000 and was told I can't go back. K2. I have to get Duke. He's barking again. I shouldn't have let him out. Duke, I let you out not to bark. MCT for cooking. Yeah, I use MCT for cooking as well too. What is MCT? Medium chain triglycerides. Actually, it is derived from coconut. So instead of carrying the long chain and short chain fatty acid, it only contains the short chain fatty acid. So actually, it puts you in ketosis a lot faster, and it does not need bile acids to be broken down. Lipo around the belly is good for the heart, so it doesn't have to work so hard. I'm not sure what you mean. Lipo around the belly is good. I'm not sure what you mean. Explain it for me. Is there a way to reduce one's calcium score? Yes, there is. Book a time with me. We can talk about it. What about coconut oil? Coconut oil is not bad. You can actually use it. It does have long chain and short chain fatty acid. That is good as well. Okay, I'll have to try. I've been using coconut oil for years. What brand of MCT? I have it on my website. I like this one because it is pure C8. This is the one I take. It is C8, pure C8 actually, and it is organic. Avocado oil is garbage. Greg, avocado oil is garbage because there was such a high demand on them. And here in North America, I would never trust them because they're actually either mixed with soy or other things in them. My 2 meal a day, protein and fats at lunch and low fat yogurt with berries for dinner. What do you think? Yeah, should be fine. Should be fine what you're doing at night, 100%. What's the best way to lower triglyceride? Is just by switching all your carbohydrates to last meal of the day. It is organic, yes, Greg. I do have it on the website for the MCT caprylic acid 8, and it is organic. What if someone has high triglyceride? Can they use MCT oil? Yes, they could. See, the nice thing about MCT oil, Jade, MCT oil 8, MCT 8 and MCT 10, for example, because they are short chain fatty acid, they do not conflict with your cholesterol levels or triglyceride levels. It's such a clean source. If it was long chain, then yes, we would see a high level of triglyceride and high levels of LDL numbers. I haven't tried allulose yet. I can't really give you my feedback on it, but people are saying it's actually supposed to be good. Hello, Maurice, and the chat room. Hey, Latra, how are you? What to do for kidney stones? You can do magnesium citrate, or you can get yourself some Shenka Piedra as well, too. Somebody's sending me a message. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh, Duke is outside. We'll have to go get him. What about gallstones? Gallstones, it takes about 3 days to actually do a slight flush of gallstones. And it does consist of olive oil and lemon. But you have to eat apples every day so you can actually increase the malic acid in your body. Shenka is Chanka. And you got Piedra correct. What about ghee for cooking? Yeah, you can use ghee for cooking. You can use duck fat. You can use beef tallow. You can use suet. You can do anything you want with cooking. It doesn't have to be MCT oil like I do it. The only reason I go on MCT oil is because it just puts you in ketosis instantly. That's the only reason I do it all the time. What about losing some belly fat? What can you do? What is the best option? It's your diet. Butter is good. Grass-fed butter is good. I like ghee because it's more. It doesn't have any more dairy, so ghee is pretty much a clarified butter. So pretty much there's no dairy left in it, which is good to have. Yes, you can give him ionic chloride, Gendra, 100%, 100%. What is ketosis? This is when your body starts using ketones for energy instead of glucose for energy. That's what it is. I'm dropping things here. Give me a second, guys. Is ghee full of cholesterol? It's not full of cholesterol. Ghee is pretty good saturated fats for you, and it's good for cooking. Why do you say it's full of cholesterol? Cholesterol has nothing to do with whatever you're thinking. No, don't worry about cholesterol. Ghee is clarified butter. I'm diabetic, type 2. How much MCT should I take daily? You can take as many times as you want. You can take it 5 times, you can take it 6 times, you can take it 4 times. It depends how much you need. There's no limit. But keep in mind, you will hit a tolerance level where you're going to end up getting soft stool effect. So you have to kind of know what is your tolerance level. I take about 7 tablespoons a day of MCT oil. The MCT, I wanted to try a small one, but the shipping is $16. Which one is that? Is that the same brand as mine? I would get it. It is 100% worth it because it does contain. It's a pure information. Well, pure C8 in it, which is really good. Is raw fermented vegetables like sauerkraut good for you? They're not bad. Yeah, they're good. They're good, 100%. Diet for insulin resistant. Take all your carbs to last meal of the day. Give me a second, guys. I gotta have my my last shot of the day. My mother has AFib and has had surgery to zap it 3 times. Her conclusion: the root cause is lack of magnesium. We both take magnesium glycinate and occasionally threonate. And you're not taking the right magnesium. That's why you haven't fixed the issue. Because the magnesium glycinate and threonate does not contain enough magnesium elemental. So that's why you're not capable of fixing the issue. Hi, is MCT all for weight loss? Yeah, you can use it for weight loss. What was that shot? Glutathione. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants for the liver. This is it. This is what I was just having. What can I do to lower my cholesterol? It's like 300. Nothing wrong with 300. You're fine. What was that shot you just did? Or a teaspoon? It's a shot of glutathione. This one. I just had this. Only way I have found to vasodilate to lower my blood pressure to use beet juice. Your thoughts, please. Beet juice does not give you the proper nitrate unless you're consuming 300 grams of beets. So for AFib, you guys download my my ebook on how to fix heart rhythm in regards to the AFib. It is really easy fixable. You just have to stay consistent. I met a guy at the gym who was about 40 years old and a massive bodybuilder. He said that he ate mostly meat, but also used steroids and carbs loaded before exercise. He said he ate 40 eggs a day. Ah, Duke knocked on the door. I'm surprised. You're done barking? You're done for the night? Is that all you wanted to come out for? Okay, good. Now you're not going back outside again. That's it. Usually he doesn't come in. I'm surprised. Hey, you're done? You're done playing? How to look? Sorry, I was reading one question here and we got Duke. How was what safe, honestly? What, eating 40 eggs a day? What's so scary about eating 40 eggs a day? Let's assume 40 eggs has 2 grams of fat. So 40 times 2, that's 80 grams of fat. That's nothing. So what should we worry? Cholesterol, dietary cholesterol has nothing to do with cholesterol. No, you're not going outside. You come in to drink water and you're going back outside? No. Or you're seeing if I'm still awake? No, Duke. So dietary cholesterol has nothing to do with anything, with cholesterol levels or anything. Even if you ate 100 eggs a day, it's not gonna affect you. Blaine, you got it. Eggs, fatty meat, butter, bacon. Cheers to that. What else has beside beets can I use to vasodilate? Arugula. But you still have to take 250 grams of arugula. Magnesium and taurine works for AFib. You have to saturate yourself. He's right. Very fixable. Thanks so much for putting that out there. Where can I buy a good glutathione? Go to the website, Live On Labs. They have one of the highest form. Maurice, may I know your thoughts on inguinal type hernia? I have to look into that to see. What do you think is important or special about niacin and melatonin specifically? What do you mean? Like niacin for lipids and melatonin? You cannot take melatonin. You actually, one of the downfall about melatonin is nobody takes the right amount. What's the website again? It is, if you click on my profile picture, you should be able to see it there. Eggs are perfectly safe and fine to consume. 100%. Niacin, Live on Labs, a great company. That's the one I use. I like their products. They're very, very good. Excellent excellent way of actually putting them together as well. I take all their products actually. I take the L-carnitine, I take glutathione, I'll take their my favorite is the alpha lipoic acid, all of it. Stop trying to open the door. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Up. Go to sleep. You're not going outside anymore. That's it. You had your fun. You came in to drink water 3 times. That's it. It's past your bedtime. Hey. Listen. It's past your bedtime. We gotta wake up at 4 tomorrow. Melatonin, you need at least 100 milligrams a day for it to actually work correctly, or it's better to take, what do you call it? Cherry tart, and let it do its own conversion. And the conversion of cherry tart could be anywhere from 5 to about 40 milligrams per teaspoon. Can we see Duke? Yes, you guys can see Duke. He's trying to go outside again. He just came in from outside. I'm at 30% body fat no matter if I'm at 150 or 190. Do you know why? It's your food. You're probably not consuming correct proper intake of food. Duke, stop jumping please. Good evening, Maurice. Get into the magic 90 days carnivore on Wednesday. 40 pounds lighter. Congratulations, JD. That's amazing. Keep at it. 40 pounds, less than 90 days. Awesome. Really happy for you. That's excellent. Duke, enough. We're not going outside. It's too dark. You just came in. Duke says, Dad, you're a buzzkill. He's not going to go outside anymore. He's gone out. And it's funny. He goes in and out. Every time he's thirsty, he knocks on the door to come in, drinks water, and he wants to go outside again. That's it. Enough. Go to sleep. Really needs out. Maybe he has to go to the bathroom. No, he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. He knows that's it. After 8 o'clock, no more going outside. And right now, he just walked in a few minutes ago, so that's it. He knows he already did his thing, and he has to hold it till tomorrow now. Duke, you're going to hold it till tomorrow morning. That's it. And if you pee on the floor, I'm going to put you in a little kennel. Yeah, the glutathione should be fine as well. Duke says... Dude is trying to keep those squatches away. Oh, trust me, he's gonna be doing a lot more than that when he goes outside. I lost 40 pounds on keto, but did not lose body fat. Do you know why? Because keto is mostly, you tend to lose muscle as well too. Because you tend to consume high fat more than anything. But you don't lose just 40 pounds of being muscle. It's gonna be both muscle and fat. Sweet cravings is just it's a deficiency in mineralization. That's all it is. He does want my attention. Duke, come here. That's it. You're relaxed now. There you go. He's relaxed. You're probably gonna sleep by the door. Keto has carbs and fat. The body gets mixed messages, no? It does. Like, see, with the ketogenic, the fat, like, technically the body should actually be utilizing fat for energy. and they use actually complex carbs, so not enough sugars or simple carbs to actually be stimulated. But yes, it does throw the body out of balance. But the problem is with the keto is you tend to consume higher fat than protein, and that's why you end up losing muscle mass as well too. What kind of magnesium is there in cacao? It's magnesium ionic chloride, but it's not highly absorbable. Chromium is mostly used for insulin sensitivity to actually increase it. Get off the carb train. Carb keeps you hungry, 100%. And that's why the problem is with keto is, you know how funny it is, because every person that goes on ketogenic, they always want to make like keto desserts and keto this and keto that. You know why? Because they're not satisfied. Because the fat, yes, it keeps you satiated, but it's not fulfilling the missing gap of protein, and that's why a lot of people end up losing a lot of muscle mass on ketogenic. Yes, it is good as an anti-inflammatory effect, but losing muscle mass, and you almost look very frail for some individuals. Time to go to bed. Thank you for all the info. You and Duke have a good night. Good night to all. Good night, Jade. Thanks for showing up here, and probably asked a lot of questions. Cheers. Can dairy like milk and feta cheese keep you from losing fat? Yes, because of the lactose. That's why I recommend, if you want to drink, if you want to do anything dairy, make sure it is a little bit aged cheeses. Yeah, Duke, I'm coming to give you some your little love. Okay. Don't get too excited. Okay. Red meat also reduces inflammation. 100% it does. Yes. And it's much more effective than just being on a keto with a high fast. The problem is with high fast and a keto, people end up putting too much thoughts into the fast and what kind of fast they need to eat, and they end up causing more inflammation more than anything. Chandra, have a good night. Keto has become a trendy, so processed foods companies are pumping on a train with keto this, keto that, all this pretty colored, but 100%. And it's funny, you go to the stores where they sell keto, that actually they have grains and they have other things in it too. That's not real keto anymore. So they're taking advantage of the people, and that's why a lot of people are actually struggling with the weight loss and everything, and they're losing more muscle mass than ever. Stick to red meat, maybe some eggs, some fish, and you'll be happy. Forget keto and forget the high fat intake. That's all you wanted to play? That's all you wanted to play? Little attention, little boy? Yeah? You're gonna sleep here? Let's take this off so you can relax. There you go, you're all good. Kefir is good. You just have to age it for about 3 days when you're actually doing the full process of the fermentation. Chicken, I'm not a huge fan of chicken because they're highly inflammatory, especially if they're not pasture raised or free range. How is it possible that there are people who are vegans or vegetarian who are healthy? Are they really healthy? Do you even know what they're eating behind hidden doors? Do they ever share anything with the public, or they just say I'm vegan and vegetarian just to kind of promote a lot of this stuff? There's a lot of hidden information out there from a lot of these people that you have to kind of always question it. As simple as that. Have you ever got any advice? Have you got any advice for neuropathy? Yeah, Dave. Take some acetyl L-carnitine. You can fix the issue. Hi, I wrote your private message on TikTok. Please write me back when you find the time. Thank you. Will do. Sounds good. Finishing dinner with some aged cheddar, ribeye, and half stick of carrot butter, electrolyte drink. Cheers to that. That's the way to eat. I can never lose fat around my gut no matter what way I'm in. It all depends on your diet, on your intake of food. To lose body fat, it's all about, it's all about fasting, and it's all about exactly what you're eating. Duke, stop jumping. Go to sleep. Okay, I'll take one more question and that's it. How long would it take to become ketogenic again if cheating on carnivore for a day or a week? My scrambled eggs, 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of spoon, 1 tablespoon of MCT of salt, pepper, eggs looks good. So to lose belly fat, high protein and fat, 100% and fast. How long would it take to become ketogenic again? For your body to switch usually takes anywhere between 4 to 5 days. It depends how much glucose you contain. 100 milligrams of melatonin for what and why? This is for to sleep and to actually get everything connected properly. Guys, that's it. I'm gonna have to get going because Duke is not listening. Come here, Duke. You're not sleeping outside. I wanted to take one question and I've taken the last question. I'm going to quit dairy then. I would, due to the lactose. How can I lower my triglyceride? Switch your food intake, your carbohydrates. Good night, JD. Have a nice evening. Dang, I just missed you. Sean, you can watch the show, the video on YouTube. John, have a good night. You guys take care. Keep me updated, but I'll try to come back again tomorrow. We can continue our conversation. And you guys had a lot of questions today, which is pretty awesome. And I'll try to put a video out tomorrow if I get a chance. In the meantime, you guys have a nice evening. Cheers.